sad dog, full of sad emotions. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the next day of Vlogmas. Hello, it is Saturday, December 7th. We're a week into December already. It's December 7th. Today, I have to work until 5, and then it's one of our favorite nights of the year. It is the Squirrel Hill Wine Walk. They do this twice a year, and always one for Christmas. We haven't gone to the spring one. The spring one is usually Mother's Day weekend. So we haven't ever made it to the spring one yet, but the Christmas one is a blast. So what it is, all the businesses on Forbes and Murray Avenue up the hill here in Squirrel Hill everybody gets a wine, and some of them have snacks with the wine, and you just walk up and down the businesses, go in, have your glass of wine. I mean, it's like small, maybe 1 or 2 ounce pour. Yeah, I can't remember if it's 1 ounce or 2 ounce, but last year there were 18 stops. Now, this year I have to work until 5. So we're getting there a little bit late because this year it starts at 3. I thought it started at 4. I thought it was 4 to 7. This year it starts at 3. So hopefully by the time we get there at 5:15, there will still be stuff left. But yeah, basically somebody curates. I think it's the bottle shop at Cuvée is the one doing the curating this year. So they have selected wines for all these different businesses. So it's all like really good wines. And the nice thing is too, it's all wines that are available at the Pennsylvania liquor store. So if you like the wine that you try, it has the name of it on your little passport, and then you can go and you can buy a bottle. So it's a blast. It's like $30 a ticket, and then you get 16 to 18 little samples of wine. There's snacks, and then you can do shopping too. So we always end up buying stuff. The chocolate mousse is always on there. We always buy something there. We always buy macarons from Gabby et Jules, and listen to my French. My French sounds so much like, you can tell that I took 4 years of French in high school. I want you to know that I did take 4 years of French in high school. And if you are ever in Paris and you lose your wallet, I'm your girl, because the one thing that I remember from those 4 years of French is, "Où est mon porte-monnaie?" Where is my wallet? Funny story, when I was in college, a friend of mine went to Paris like over the summer, and she was like, it was like a fun trip, but I lost my wallet. And I was like, we didn't have cell phones at the time, but I was like, you could have called me. So that is the one French phrase that I know. So yeah. And tout le monde, I know that because that's husband's tattoo. It means all the world. This is my extent of my French. So when I am telling you about the macarons at Gabby et Jules, that's why it sounds the way that it does. But those are great spots. Bye! Those are great spots every year. The bookstore is always on there. They always have something unique. And then they have like books. And last year I bought a plant and I killed the plant. So I'm going to hopefully get a new plant that I won't kill this year. And then the best part is once you start walking down the hill, that's when the food starts happening. When you start walking down Murray Avenue, because you get Silk Elephant always has snackies out. And then the pizza places have snackies out. So hopefully Mrs. Minio will have... Pastolis will be first, and they have their like little pepperoni roll garlic knot thingies, and those are delicious. And hopefully Mrs. Minio will have her like mulled wine and pizza bread stuff. I don't think Minio's was on it last year, but they're there most years. All right, I gotta get this dog situated, and I gotta get ready for work. So I will see you tonight from the wine walk. Hello, everybody. I made it. Found a parking spot. There's madness here. It was madness at work. I'm in a terrible mood because people were being very, very rude. And now someone almost hit me in a crosswalk. So off to a great start. But let's get this started. Stop number 2. we've got a 12-foot skelly in here. Hi, buddy. On the wine walk, I see. Stop number 5 here. Little shoes. Something that's going to make husband smile.
A lot of people
Husband.
said it was good.
Marzipan.
Why is our life entirely just quoting Saturday Night Live episodes over and over? Alright, everybody ready to see what nativity scene Fox buys this year? It's always an exciting question. Ooh, look at the hats. Hello. Alright, we've completed side 1. We have moved over to side 2. We only have half an hour left. I've gotten to the part where I start dilly-dallying and buying things. So I have a bag full of chocolate and 2 nativity scenes. And we gotta focus. Focus. Alright. Doritos! Gotta focus. This is a new place. Goal-oriented. We got this. Look how festive it is in here. So festive. Hello. Good. All right, it's time for macaroons. Pigeon wants a puppy. Oh, me too. No,
I really do.
I really do. I'm convinced. Look at that pigeon that wants a puppy. Oh. It is 7 o'clock. We have hit all but one. Last one is Amazing Books, which is the one that opens late. So their owners are Orthodox and they don't open until after sundown. So they're the last ones to open. So we're gonna see if we still get in here, even though it's like a minute past. We are goal-oriented. Husband, would you like to say a few words about our goal-oriented adventure tonight?
We're super goal-oriented.
We are. We have completed all 13 stops. We have handed in our prize ticket, and we are now going to go and have a nightcap to work on our Krampus passport. All right. Oh, is it crowded? Hi, babe. Yes, go ahead. Ooh, thank you.
And then you can let it burn out, or if you tip it, it can go into the cider, or not the cider, the mulled wine, and then it'll disintegrate.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. Wow. All right, we're doing real cheese board, but I'm also going to put our Advent cheeses on there lest we get further behind. So we're on days 5, 6, and 7. This is the Sam's Club cheese. Here's 5. It is, ooh, that's a new one. Dutch cheese with pepper. 6. 6 is in here. 6 is vintage cheddar. Stuck. Vintage cheddar. And 7. Ooh, this orange one is, oh, chili infused cheese. Just cheese. We don't know what kind of cheese. There's no specification, it's just cheese. Okay, now we are on to the Aldi. So here's 6 is on the front. Where's 5? Every day it is a quest for, I need a pair of readers to find where number 5 is. Well, number 5 is the big tree. Whoa. Where's the... How do you pop out, my friend? Struggling. There we go. Bruschetta. Bruschetta cheese. There we go. This will not focus. That's 5. What do you say 6 is in the front? 6 is here. My hands are all sliced up by opening the cheese. We got black truffle cheddar. Oh my god, it hurts my hands. And then 7 is here. That's one. There's 7 is Mimolette again! It's back! Alright, and we're on to the Bon Maman. We got day 5. Ooh, this one looks nice. This is the purple fig and cinnamon spread. I don't know how well that's going to go with these cheeses. That might go better with like toast. There's number 6 over here. This is such a nice, sturdy calendar. Rhubarb strawberry jam. That's always a good one. And then 7. Oh goodness. Wild blueberry and maple syrup spread. Okay, I got burned by a maple and blueberry product earlier this week, so hopefully this will be the redemption round. Somebody ready? Are you that somebody? Tell me, are you that somebody? Tell me you're that somebody. Yes. All right, we're very zoomed out. Husband, it is time to pull the wine for the night. If it's a white wine, we're fucked.
Tonight,
Ooh.
2015 El Capriccio.
Oh, that's that one that somebody got for us. Okay, let's try it.
It's in credenza.
Hey, you don't have to go to the basement tonight. The bottle. Oh, you had it, sorry.
No, it's somewhere in here. It might be in the bottom.
Oh, it's the one with the little fox on it. Oh, that's cute. Look at that bottle. That's nice. Oh, okay, let's try it. is Sunday morning. We had a wonderful time last night at the wine walk. It was much shorter this year. Apparently, there may have been some rowdiness with people last year, and there were 19 stops last year, and they were like, it was a little too much. So last year, in the last couple years, it was, so the main business district in Squirrel Hill is Forbes Avenue and Murray Avenue, and then they intersect. So they had a bunch of businesses, like, maybe not exactly half and half, but close. A bunch on Forbes. You started on Forbes, and then you walk down Murray, which is perfect for us. So we would walk up the hill, start on the furthest end on Forbes, walk down, and then walk down Murray, and then walk back home. So this year they decided to do just Forbes Avenue. So it was 13 stops, so still pretty decent amount. And then they were very like strict with like, you get one sip of wine, you have to have a punch on your card. And then they did like at the end, there was a raffle. So if you got all 13 stops, then you got entered in the raffle. But they were much more like regulated with it than they've been in the last few years. So, I mean, we were walking and like stopping to get food and stuff. So like, we never had an issue, but apparently some people did have an issue. So, you know how that goes. But anyway, so it was nice, but the only bad thing was that like the places that have the most food were all on Murray Avenue. So we didn't get any of them. So Silk Elephant, which is where my friend and I are going to dinner tonight before we go to the movie. They always have two different things, like some kind of fritter and I forget what the other one is. Egg roll? I tried to look at the picture last year of what it was, and it's like, it was the corn fritters, and I think it was like a fried rice ball, I think was the other one, but those were like hearty. And then Pastoli's always does these amazing pepperoni rolls. They have like a vegetarian, like a garlic spinach roll, and then a pepperoni roll. And then as you go down the hill, then Minio's often participates, and then they have little like pizza bread or garlic knots or something like that. So that's like the heartier food. And then the Refillery, also on Murray Avenue, they would always have like a big cookie plate. So like we missed a lot of the places that had food. And then like the Sunburst Music Center always has like a little like meat and cheese plate from Giant Eagle. And by the time we got there, they were out. We did get our macaron at Gabby Ijul, and we got Cheetos from the real estate place, which that wine paired so well with Cheetos, and we were like cracking up about it. And I was like, I don't mean to sound weird, but this is like the perfect snack to go with this wine. So, so we had a great night, but then we came home. Oh, and then we went to the Independent to work on our little Krampus Island passport, and we got the mulled wine there. Oh my God, it was so good. It was just like, and then I was like, when we had been at the Christmas festival the night before, one of the vendors was selling like different flavors of wassail. Am I pronouncing it right? Look, y'all, I've been on a deep dive about like different regional pronunciations of things recently after the Keen's Jam and Mount San Jacinto, and like how like everybody pronounces these things differently. So I have always said wassail. I think because I listen to British podcasts where it was mentioned, and that's how I've discovered this stuff. But anyway, it's like a mulled cider winter Yuletide drink that is so good, and we've had it. I want to say actually Minio's might have had it the one year on the wine walk, but Trader Joe's also sells like the ingredients for it, and then you just make the cider or the wine, or if you make the cider, I think you put brandy or rum in it. And they were selling all these like different spice bags that you could use to make it, and I was like, I should get some of that. That would be so good. And then I didn't, and now I was having regrets after having this mulled wine last night, because it was like, so I just love that. I don't know, that is just like peak cozy winter to me. I love it. So yeah, regretting that, but if they have, maybe they'll have some at Village Fest on Thursday, so we can go. On Thursday we're going to be in Palm Springs. I'm so excited. It's gonna be much nicer weather. Actually, today and tomorrow it's gonna warm up here in Pittsburgh. So we were like 22 degrees, wind chills in the teens the last like week since like Thanksgiving. And today it's gonna warm up to like 50 something degrees. So I'm hoping when I get home from work, I will walk up to meet Shannon. We're going up the hill to see, we're going to see Wicked tonight at the Manor. And we're going to go to Silk Elephant for dinner. So I'm hoping I'll be able to walk as long as it's not raining. So that's the plan. But anyway, that mulled wine was so good. So we had a great night, finished it off with that, came home, And then I was like, okay, we were making cheese of the month last night because we had our cheese of the month arrive like the day before Thanksgiving. And I was like, we are going to get the tree decorated tonight. We're going to just like have a nice, cozy Christmas kind of night. And I came home and like we started getting stuff ready. And like if you make like a cheese or charcuterie board, you have to like, the cheese is supposed to come to like closer to room temp, not exactly room temperature, but you are supposed to warm it a little bit. Like don't slice it right when it comes out of the fridge. So I like put it out and I was like, okay. And then I was just like walking around and I was seeing all of the things that we have to do. And I was thinking about, well, we're leaving on Thursday and then we have this to do and that to do. And I started getting so overwhelmed and I just like shut down. Like it just overwhelmed me. And I mentioned earlier that I had a really bad end of the day at work. Like we had a great day at work. We got a lot of stuff done. I was like feeling really productive. And the last like 10 minutes, it was just please be considerate of other people, be considerate of the healthcare professionals and the retail workers and the service industry people that you deal with, especially in this month because everybody is so stressed. Just please be nice and thoughtful of other people, like, please. Anyway, that said, I was like in a bad mood about that, and then there was like I was like rushing to get home so we could go to the event because I was already arriving late. And then there was major traffic. There's never traffic on the bridge coming home. And there was like a disabled vehicle. And then I was grumpy because there was a disabled vehicle. So everybody had to merge into one lane. And the people in the other lane were not letting anybody over. And I was like, listen, we all have to work together. And I was just getting so frustrated. So we ended up having a great time at the event and everything. And then we got home and it was like, I started thinking about everything I had to do, and then I was like remembering like, and I have to go back to work tomorrow, and those people were so like rude at the end of the day, and I had such a bad end of the day. And then I remembered that I was like rushing out the door, and I had my planner out at my station at lunchtime because I was filling out my planner a little bit during lunch, and I realized like I was in such a rush to get out of there that I left my planner at work. And like Sunday morning is the day that I like have time to work on my planner before I go in. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have my planner. I don't have my pens. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's like a minor thing, but it was like that. And then we were like going to do the tree. And I was like, I just don't even know where to start with the tree. My mom's always here to help us. And she's not here this time because we waited. And it was like the stuff started compounding that had been like building up during the day. Like I was distracted by the fun that we had and everything was okay. And then when I got home and like all of the reality of like all of these things that I have to do hit me, I just like shut down and I was like, I don't know. I don't want to do anything. Now I just don't want to do anything. And I just feel paralyzed. And husband was like, babe, what's wrong? What's going on? And I was like, everything's a mess. My life is chaos. And he was like, okay, cool. So I was like, I'm going to go out and just go for a little walk and get some fresh air and just like try to like calm the overwhelm. It's one of those things, I do think it is an ADHD thing where things that ordinarily you'd be like, oh, okay, I can handle. There's a moment where like 6 ordinary things build up. And then the 7th, very ordinary, otherwise would be a minor inconvenience, puts you over the edge. And I think that's where I was last night. And I was just like, we had such a nice night. And then I come home and just like, that was an escape and now everything's bad. And I was like, that's not how it is. So I went for a little walk, came back. Husband was like, I'll get the dishes done. I'll take some of these boxes upstairs that are all unpacked. Let's make the cheese. We put on What We Do in the Shadows. We did some of the tree. Like it ended up being a fine night and it was great once we like got through that. But I just was like walking into the house and seeing how much stuff I have to do before we leave on Wednesday or Thursday. I was like very overwhelmed. So that is the hard part of the holiday season. And I started thinking about like all the things that we want to do and like, do we have time for them? Like I want to go to Dazzling Nights. I want to go to Enchanted Lights. These are the 2 light shows. Dazzling Nights, we can't take Layla. So I'm going to see about the weather tomorrow and Tuesday, and maybe we'll go one of those days. Today, I'm like fresh brain, woke up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I can think these things through and like decide what we want to do. But then I was like thinking, and I'm like, there's Kennywood, there's Phipps. I want to see the Carnegie trees. Like there's just all these things that I love to do and I want to do. And I feel like, oh my God, we're a week into December and I haven't done any of them because Thanksgiving was late and it messed up my whole game. So this is your reminder that if you're starting to feel overwhelmed, take a minute. If you can get some fresh air, do that. If you can be outside, if the temperature is okay, be outside. Put on a movie that you love, put on music that you love, do something that will take care of yourself and get your brain right. And then it's okay to feel overwhelmed and to just admit that that's where you are, but you're not alone if you're feeling that way. I think a lot of us are feeling that way in the holiday season, and there's so much good stuff, and then you can get just overwhelmed even with the good stuff sometimes, so that's okay. We're all getting there. So anyway, on that like somber note, I am going to close out the vlog here and then start the next day of Vlogmas. So thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are new here, and as always, my friends, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And I will see you in tomorrow's video.